Hello student, in today's session we will discuss about the defects in a forming process or surface defects on a forming process, how we can identify these defects and what are the remedies for the defects. Okay, so first of all, forming and metal forming. What is mean by forming? That we will we already discussed that what is forming process, what are the different forming process, but in short we will discuss and then we will discuss the various types of the defect in it. So here they given that the metal working process. What is the forming? Forming is the metal working process. In forming process we will work or we will perform various operation on a metal. Then principle is, what is the principle behind the forming is that the plastic deformation. So in forming process we will done the or a material will deform plastically, means when we apply some force on a material it changes its size and shape, and after removal of force it will not remain or it will not return to its original position. It called as a plastic deformation. So the plastic deformation is the principle of the metal forming process. Okay, so and what is the next main part in a metal forming process without adding or removing of the material? As we consider the other material metal for or other fabrication process like cutting, drilling, etc. In a metal forming process we will not remove the material or we cannot add the material. We will deform the material as a required shape from a stock or from a raw material. So these are the some basic principles of the metal forming process. So what are the different processes in a metal forming? First one is the rolling, forging, extrusion and drawing. Okay, so the figure A here shows the rolling process. There are two rolls and from which the metal or a raw material is passed. These rollers are rotating and the gap between the roller is less. If we see on the left hand side of this image, the thickness of the raw material is high, and if we see on the right hand side of the image, then the thickness is low. So here is this process is called as a rolling, in which the material or raw material is passed through the two rotating roller so that its size and shape get changes and it get plastically changed. Then another one is the forging. Forging means there is a die and punch. Here the base part is called, here is a die, here is a punch, and this is the raw material. When we apply the force on a die or when we apply the force on a punch or a workpiece through the punch, then its size and shape get changes, and we will design the die and punch in such way that we will get the desired output or we will get our final product. So this process is called as the forging process. Okay, in which apply the some force or the punch, and due to this applied force its size of and shape of the metal get changed and we will get the desired output. Then another one is the extrusion. Extrusion is the simple, if we get the simple example of the injection, in which when we apply the force on a plunger, then it will come out from the another end. Okay, similarly here the extrusion is applied. Here the raw material is, or we call it as billet, and here is a ram. When we apply the force on a ram, then this billet is come out from this side and its size and shape is called get changes, or we will get the desired output, then it is called as the extrusion. Here is also in image C, there is also one another extrusion process, in which if we see in a C, and in the image C there is a part A. In part A, when we apply the force from one side, the material will remove on another side. But in a image C of the part B, when we apply the force on a ram, on the same side the material will come out. These are the two types of the extrusion. One is called the forward and one is called the backward extrusion, and there is a drawing process. Drawing process is little bit similar to that of the extrusion, but only that here in extrusion the compressive force is applied on a raw material, or raw material is called as a billet. So in extrusion process we applied the compressive force, but in a drawing process we apply the tensile force. Means here is the billet material and we will pull this material from this side. We will pull this material from this side, and due to this tensile force the material will come outside, and shape and size of the output product will decide by the die or a design of the die. So these are the some metal forming processes that we have learned in our unit 1. So we have to find out what are the different defects in that. So first one is the wavy edges. If we see rolling image A in which wavy edges or edge get waved, so this is the defects in a rolling. Okay, then what is it? The thinner along its edge than the center. Means the material get thinner at the edges and at the center it get thicker. Okay, means outside our edges are get thin and the center of the material will get thicker. So this is the wavy edges is the one defect in a rolling. Then another one is a crack. The cracks, if we see the image B, here is the cracks are developed on a material surfaces. And why these cracks are developed? These cracks are developed due to the poor ductility of the material. Poor ductility of the material. If the material is not ductile properly, or it's if we try to use a rolling process for a brittle material, then such type of the defect will appear on the surface of the material. Then also why cracks are developed? Then convex roll bending. Convex roll bending. If there is a defects in a roller, or if there is a not proper alignment of the roller, then such type of the defects will be developed in a material. Before going to discuss the another defects, we will discuss what is defects and what they are arise. Okay, if we consider any forming process or any operation, the defects will always appear there. But if we want to eliminate that defects, then proper precaution should be taken. Proper precaution is need to take if we want to avoid the defects. Sometimes new defects may also be developed in a material, and it also depend on the defects that are developed or that are arise are depend upon the characteristics of the operation. Means which type of the operation that we are performing on a material, this also affects on the defects or types of the defects. Okay, there are different types of defects on the surface of the materials, such like a surface irregularities. Means if, as we discussed, that wavy edges is the one type of the defect. So similarly, surface irregularities. Non-metallic inclusion. Non-metallic inclusion means the other than metals, non-metallic material get deposited on a surface of the material, and due to these defects is also introduced in a material during the forming process. And another one is the internal blowholes in a stock. Here stock means a raw material, and if there is internal blowholes are present in a material, then also the defects will be occur. There are some defects. Means if we discuss the scale, there is some scale means the rust part of the material surfaces. If these this scale is deposit on a surface, and while machining some or while some forming process, this scale remain on a surface, or if this scale is present in a die, then also defects will be arise in a material. So proper precaution should be taken while performing some operation on a material. If we consider the hot working or hot rolling process, the thick slab or crocodile cracks or separating of the products into two halves, such type defects are also provided. If we work on a hot rolling process and if we not take a proper precaution, means temperature, amount of the temperature, then the force that we are using, if we not consider such type of the factor, then also the thick slab, means if the scale is present there, then crocodile cracks or separating of the product, means product gets separated into two halves, such type of the defects will be also arise. Okay, so if we consider here, there are some images that shows the defects in a rolling process, the cracks, alligatoring, the defects in a original cast material, means the raw material that we have cast. If the defect is present in this cast material, then also, or if the blowholes are present in a cast raw material, then these blowholes will arise in a final products also. So these are the some defects. Now here is the defects on in a forging process. What is mean by forging? Forging is when we apply the force on a, if we use a die and punch in a forming operation, then it is called as the forging. So surface crack. Surface cracks are developed in a forging operation. So this is one defect. Why these defects is arise, that is what are the causes of these defects, is that excessive working at a low temperature. If we work, or if generally the forging process is done at a forging process is called as a hot working process, means the temperature is the product is the raw material is heated, and this operation will perform above the room temperature. And if the working temperature is very high, if the working temperature is very high in a case of forging process, then cracks will develop on a surface of the material, or it called as surface crack. This another one cause is that the high sulfur concentration. High sulfur concentration means the sulfur concentration is increased in a raw material, then also the surface crack will be developed. Then also the surface crack will develop. So these are the these are the causes of the surface crack. Then how can we eliminate it? That we maintain the proper temperature for a proper material. If we use, means as a temperature, as a material or raw material it changes, at that way the temperature that, or the temperature at which forging will done will also need to change. Means suppose we work the forging on a cast iron, also sorry, we working on a cast iron, working on a steel or a mild steel. In a mild steel, if we using some temperature that is suppose 1000 degrees Celsius, the same temperature will not allowed for the aluminum also. So for aluminum, or if we using raw material as aluminum, then the hot working temperature for aluminum is different, and hot working temperature for mild steel is different. So we need to decide some specific temperature for a specific material, and then we need to work. Then the means concentration of the sulfur should be less. Means that is when we deciding the material should that for a forging operation, the material should have a concentration of the sulfur should be less. So these are the remedies. Then crack at the flash. Crack at a flash. See here, this is the final product that we have designed after the forging operation, and here at the flash the crack will present. Crack will present. So this is another defects in a forging operation. Then internal crack, that is the secondary tensile stresses, means the internal cracks will also be present in a forging operation. Then cold shunt is the another defects in a forging operation. In a forging operation, that the defects will arise due to the improper heating, means the as we discussed, that is the excessive temperature and like that, or a poor die design. If the die design is not proper, then also the defects will arise in a forging process. The corners or the cracks around the right corner get also present, means if we design or if we making any product by using a forging process and there is a right angle at that product, then there is also cracks will develop. Then cold shut is arise due to the misplace of the material in a die, means if the material is not properly placed in a die, then also the defects will arise, and it is called as the cold shunt. If we consider that the closed die, means in a forging operation, if we use a closed die, and in a closed die, if the material is not properly placed, or if the one place the material amount of the material is high and the other place if the amount of the material is less, then at that process or at that time also the defects will arise, and it is also called as a cold shut. Then if we consider the forging operation, and in the forging operation, if the scale is not removed from the surfaces, if the scale is present in a die, and if it not removed properly, hello, हाँ ठेवा ना डब्बा खाली. Okay. So if the scale is present in a die, and if we perform the forging operation, and if the temperature is high, then the scale will deposit on the surface of the material, so the defects will also arise. And if we using the closed die, and if the two faces of the die is not properly aligned, at that time also the defects will also arise. Then another one is lubricant reduces, means lubricant is used in a forging operation to reduce the friction. If we want to reduce the friction, then lubricant is necessary, and if we using a lubricant, and the lubricant is not properly used, or amount of lubricant get less, at that time the friction will produce, and due to this friction the defects will be produced on the material. Okay, so these are some defects due to the forging. Then defects due to the drawing operation. All we know what is drawing operation, and we have discussed this what is drawing. So there are some defects in a drawing. So first one is a wrinkling at the flange. before going to discuss about this defect, what is mean by flange. Suppose this is a cup shape and it having this its top surface like this, then it is the upper part is called as the flange. And the defect is called as the wrinkling in a flange. So what is mean by wrinkling at the flange, and what and how this type of defect is developed in a material. As we discussed that while the deep drawing process, we applying some force or we applying some pressure on a blank holder. We applying some blank holder pressure, and if this blank holder pressure is insufficient, means this pressure is less, then the wrinkles are developed on a flange. If we see this image A, and when we perform the deep drawing process, and when we applying the blank holder pressure, and if this blank holder pressure is less or insufficient, then wrinkle will produce on a flange surfaces. Okay, and sometimes the wrinkles which are produced on this flange surface also get developed on a wall of the cup. So this is the cause of the due to this insufficient holder pressure, the wrinkling of the flange or wrinkles are developed on a flange, or it may be sometimes it may be produced on a surface of the wall. Then wrinkling in a wall, similar see here, takes place when the wrinkled flange is drawn onto the cup, or if the clearance is very large, resulting in a large suspended region or unsupported region. Means sometimes if the blank holder pressure is less, the wrinkles that are produced on a flange sometimes it also transfer to the surface of the cup. Okay, or the wrinkling of the wall is also done due to the clearance is very large, means the clearance between die and punch is if the very large, then that time also the wrinkling of the wall is also done. And as we discussed, that is the blank holder pressure is very, if the blank holder pressure is very less, then wrinkling of the flange will done. And if this blank holding pressure is large, then what happen at that time? The thinning of the wall, means the wall get thinner and fracture at the flange will be developed. Means if we apply the blank holder pressure, or when we apply the blank holder pressure, if this pressure is very high, at that time the another defects will be produced, and due to this large pressure, the wall of the cup get thinner, and also it will be develop the wrinkles on a surface of the wall, or cracks on a flange, cracks on a flange. Sometimes due to the large grain size also the defects are produced on the surface of the drawing process. Now here is another one is a tearing. The high tensile stress that causes thinning and the failure of the metal cup wall. What is meant by tearing? Tearing is that if the tensile stresses is very high, and it will cause the thinning and failure of the metal in a cup wall. Means the thickness of the cup get reduces, means the wall thickness get reduces, and due to this the cracks tearing of the material will be done. And why this tearing is done, or what is the cause, or which factor will cause the tearing, is that the die has a sharp corner radius. If the die having the corner radius is sharp, If the corner radius of the die is sharp, then tearing is done. Then earring, when the material is anisotropic. Anisotropic, what is mean by earring? Earring is the that is uneven surface. If we see this image D, on that surface, if the top of this product is like a ear or human ear, so such type of if the top surface of the cup it look like that, then this is called as the earring. So what is the or why this earring is happened on a material, that if the clearance between the die and punch is very high, if the clearance between die and punch is high, then earring is done. And to avoid this, the clearance should be a proper, and this clearance should be a different for a different thickness of the material, and it should be a change as per the material. Then surface scratches. Surface scratches, if we see the image E, it shows the surface scratches if the punch and die are not smooth. As all we know that why the scratches are developed. Scratches are developed due to the rough surfaces, and if we consider the deep drawing process or any forming processes, if the die and punch are not smooth, if the die and punch are not smooth, then scratches will develop on a surface. So to avoid these surface scratches, the die and punch are properly smooth, or proper lubrication are also necessary. If the die and punch are smooth, but if there is not proper lubricant are used, then also scratches are developed on a surface. So to avoid such type of the surface scratches, then proper lubricant is necessary, and also the die and punch get properly smoothened. If the lubricant of the process is poor, so as we discussed, that is these are the defects when we perform the drawing operation. Then another one is the defect in an extrusion. As we discussed, that's what is mean by extrusion. So these are some defects in extrusion. So surface cracking or a tree cracking. Surface cracking is the cracks are developed on a surface. Why these cracks are developed when we perform the extrusion operation is that high friction or a speed. If the friction in an extrusion process is high, then surface cracking will be done on a surface, or speed. If the operation speed of the, or if the extrusion speed is high, then also the surface crack will develop on a material. Okay. Then sticking of the billet material on a die line means if the billet means a raw material, if this raw material will stick on a die, then also the surface crack will be produced. Then material sticks, pressure increase, product stops and start to move again. Means if process is not continuous. If the process is not continuous, means we applying the pressure and material get extruded from other side, and if we stop for some time between that, and after that we again start the process, that due to this discontinuation between the process, then also the cracks or defects will be produced on a material. Then the product's circumferential cracks on a surface are similar to the bamboo stem. Means just like if we consider the bamboo, then the rings are on outer surface of the bamboo. Similarly, in also extrusion process also such type of the defects, circumferential cracks, we call it as circumferential cracks, are also developed in a material. Then another one is internal cracking. Internal cracking word is itself suggested that the cracks are developed in the internal side of the surface work or a product. What the center of the extrusion tends to develop the cracks of the various shapes. Means the point at which we are applying the pressure, if this center is not properly matched, then also the cracks will be developed. Then center burst and arrowhead. Center burst and arrowhead are some types of the cracks or some types of the defects in a material. Then increase the diagonal, the center cracking. Means center cracking is the types of defects that are developed on extrusion process, and why this center cracking will be developed. It increase the diagonal. Means as we discussed in extrusion process, that is there is an angle beta, and if this angle is increased, then also the surface cracking will increase with the impurities. If the impurities are present in a material, then also the surface internal cracks will be produced, and decrease with the increasing the R and the friction. R means the radius of the die. If this R will increase, then also the defects will increase. So the radius of the corner should be properly, and friction, as we discussed that the friction is the most important factor while developing the defects. So to reduce the friction, lubricant is very necessary in that. So these are the some defects that arise in a forming process. These are and that we have discussed, that is different which are the different forming operation, then how the defects will develop in it, how we can remove, what are the factors to that develop the cracks or that develop the defects, how we can remedy it or how can we minimize this. So these are the some factors that discuss we in today's session. So for today's we will stop here. In next session we will discuss the next part.